All right. Yeah, so we're live again tonight. And so halos kakauwi ko lang actually from a men's mastermind meetup. Sobrang saya. Daming dynamics na napag-usapan. And lots of mga tawanan na moments, no? Yeah. And we're here live tonight, 10 p.m. ish. Actually, medyo na late na nga ako. Yeah, so as I'm looking through uh, Facebook Live, yeah, so meron palang 5 na nanonood sa atin. Salamat for spending time on this. We're also live on YouTube, and there's my FB page, which is newly created pero hindi ko pa pino-promote. It's actually called School of Life Systems, and I'm planning a lot of content to put out there na helpful in helping us think differently about how entrepreneurship works together alongside building the kind of life we really want. Because alam naman natin to, especially if ikaw yung klase ng entrepreneur na medyo experienced na, and at the same time, may ups and downs in business na naranasan mo na. You know na hindi lang siya just about making profit out of your business. So yeah, that's it for that. Tonight, the topic is all about education. So yeah, I'll just make this real quick. Probably will end in 15-20 minutes tops. Yeah, so I just want to share. I'm not sure if you already know, pero yung background ko talaga ever since before pa ako talaga mag-dive fully into business, into different types of products and services na binibenta through the years, iba't ibang deals and all. Even before I became a freelancer, ang background ko talaga is I was a teacher. I was a high school teacher. And at the same time, yung sidelines ko noon, side hustle, revolve around teaching pa din. Because I was tutoring uh, kids from preschool and up to college. No? So I really have this knack for continuous learning. Hindi pa man ako teacher dati, I consume lots of stuff na books mainly. Tambay ako sa library. Nagka-cutting ako ng classes nung estudyante pa ako before para lang tumambay sa library or at least borrow a book sa library and then tumambay sa canteen. So that was part of my routine back then. So yeah, I'm actually a teacher by profession. And that's even before all entrepreneurship stuff na mas formal actually happened, all freelancing actually happened. So when it comes to education, it's actually one of the things I am really passionate about. And iba't iba yung shapes and forms na na-witness ko na dito through the years. Madalas kapag sinasabing education, ang pumapasok lang sa isip ng most people I talk to is, yun, school, 'di ba? So kasi from preschool, 'di ba, nursery, tapos grade school, high school, college. Ito naman yung normal talaga na educational system. Sa buong mundo naman, eh. Same lang 'no, may onting differences pero alam mo yun, dumadaan lahat in that ano, in that stage. And, yun yung isang form, yun yung pinaka-traditional na form 'no, and it actually shapes a lot of choices and options for a specific person, depende sa kung paano niya dinaanan yan, 'di ba? To the point na in college, kung ano man yung magiging, choice mo of course, yung course na na kukunin mo, yun na yung isa sa mga magdidikta kung ano yung mga mas natural na choices of profession or career for you moving forward. Now, I was actually kahapon sa block screening namin ng ano, ng Ant-Man. Nag-dinner pa rin kasi kami after that, and this topic about, education or going to college, is it worth it pa ba? Ano ba yung advantages like going to college in this day and age, if babalikan ko yung college, ano yung kukunin ko na course, if puwede ko pa akong umulit-ulit. These were the topics that we had, last night, when we were having dinner. And sobrang daming insights dun really. Well, kung babalikan ko man yung college, gusto ko maging industrial engineer. At hindi yun dahil dahil walang boards. Yun yung engineering na ano, na walang board exam, hindi dahil dun. Pero kung alam ko na business and entrepreneurship talaga yung gusto kong gawin nung mga panahon na pumipili pa lang ako ng college course, I would actually go for industrial engineering. Kasi nakita ko yung bits and pieces when it comes to systems na matutulungan na ako kaagad to have that kind of mindset even while I'm still studying that course. So mate-train yung sarili ko for decision making and tweaking processes and looking at the gaps and all that. So feeling ko lang ma-enjoy ko siya as a stepping stone towards becoming a better entrepreneur. So here's the thing. Napag-usapan namin, ire-recommend ko pa ba yung college sa mga ano ba, mga Gen Z natin ngayon. Hindi ko alam anong tawag sa mga mas bata pa sa Gen Z, 'no? But the idea, kung sino man yung mamimili about college courses o magshi-shift ng college course, like ire-recommend ko pa ba siya? Ah, I actually said yes to that question, but depende sa tatlong kondisyon actually. And yung tatlong conditions na yun are I would encourage every child to go through college with three conditions in mind. First is may idea na sila sa mga options ng pwede nilang buuin na career moving forward. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang limited to specific roles and titles in society. Meron ng, alam mo yun, mas malawak na choices. If there could be a list. Probably it's a good idea na mag-create nga ng list na yun moving forward 'no, iba't ibang career choices and stuff. It can be anywhere from like a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, architect, which are already existent and may specific courses na in college for that. But it can also be like, I clearly remember meron akong isang pinsan na nung 7 years old siya, so medyo matagal na pala 'to. That was the time na discover niya yung pag-create ng slime through YouTube, 'no. 7 years old siya or around 8 years old yata back then. Ngayon, I think she's already 14 or 15. So this was years back. I asked her, katulad ng tinatanong sa'kin nung bata ako, "Hardeep, anong gusto mo paglaki mo?" Okey, 'di ba ganun yung mga usual, "Anong gusto mo paglaki mo?" and stuff. Tapos ako lagi ko sinasagot is, "I want to be a shoulder." Okey? But that's my version of a soldier back then, gusto ko maging sundalo. Gusto maging sundalo pero mukhang terorista, eh, 'no? So, yeah. But I asked yung pinsan ko, ano yung gusto niya paglaki niya? And her answer to me is gusto niya maging YouTuber. Gusto niya maging YouTuber at 7 or 8 years old-ish at that time, yun yung pinapangarap niyang maging. Which is nung bata ako wala pa yung gano'ng career profession, right? But yeah, yun yung first condition, eh. Meron ba talagang matinong like chart to choose from choices na puwedeng alam mo yun, 'pag tiningnan puwede mong i-explore ano ba talaga yung career na yun. Kasi when I was choosing a course for college, 'di ba ang uso nun is pupunta magde-demo sa school yung mga galing sa ibang universities and colleges tapos parang mag-e-encourage sila na ito yung mga courses and stuff. Pero it doesn't really connect because you don't have like a concrete idea of what life would be like. I think masyadong mabigat na desisyon for 15, 17-year-old kids to choose a course that would dictate a specific profession for them moving forward na most of a person's life revolves around work. So parang it's a very limited thing kung walang enough information revolving around it. So yun yung una. I would still encourage college if kids before deciding these days can actually have accurate descriptions of all the choices available for them. Okay? Now here's the second thing. Bakit nga ba hindi lahat ng choices available? Okay? There's a sense by which some courses would require more or would cost more. Right? Kaya nalilimitahan yung choices o hindi na nga ini-explore yung choices in the first place. Kasi even if maging choice man yung isang bagay, example, if a kid really wants to be a doctor, it's not gonna be as easy because not everyone can afford it. It's costly. Not only time-wise and energy-wise, kasi that's what, 10 to 12 years of education, um, plus the gastos, no? So, yung pangalawa, and I know in the Philippine context, this is actually harder. In other countries, this would actually be way easier. Um, like example, in the US, there's a system for student loans, though there's issues revolving around it. The idea pa din is puwede kang magkaroon ng upfront na pangbayad sa any kind of course, curriculum, like na gusto mong i-take, right? So hindi ka malilimitahan by the current financial situation lang, because the government can actually help you, by giving you the opportunity to learn a specific course or curriculum na gusto mo talaga regardless of the cost. But of course, dahil loan siya, you'll need to pay it back. That's where some issues revolving around that ay meron in the US. But I'm kind of thinking, puwede kayang may gano'n din sa Pilipinas. I'm not sure. I don't really know. And even right now, di ko naman alam how much yung cost ng most college courses are. But maybe there's a way moving forward. I don't know. Something I can create or I can partner with whoever to sponsor some college kids as long as matino na yung options nila and alam nila yung pinapasok nila and all that. Maybe that's some kind of charity work I can do in the future. But yun yung pangalawa, like the financial support, yun yung nakikita ko na kulang. Um, and lastly, it's gonna be the third condition. Um, basically aside from dapat clear na yung options and choices for them. Pangalawa, there's a way to finance yung education nila regardless of the choices. Pangatlo is magkaroon ng matinong ah, training ground for for the actual courses that kids will enter into. Ito yung ano, ito yung mga madalas alam na natin 'to, yung OJT, 'di ba? Yung tipong kunyari architecture yung course mo ta's pagdating mo dun sa pag-o-OJT-han mo magtitipid ka ng kape. Um, it's kind of funny but it's also not on another point of view, 'di ba? I mean, when it comes to education, parang malalaman mo na lang talaga yung kailangang gawin hindi dahil na-train ka sa school. Malalaman mo na lang kapag nandun ka na sa mismong trabaho kapag na-hire ka na. So, 'di mo talaga nati-train yung sarili mo dun sa OJT or walang ibang ways to actually, like, at least try things out enough to know if you even like the experience enough or, masuportahan ka na na ma-prepare yung sarili mo papunta doon sa path na yun, even before you're actually on that path. Uh, so these are just some thoughts that I have regarding education, yung educational system really. Uh, but I actually yung educational system kasi right now, it's just one form of learning. It's just one form it's just one way para mag-build ng specific career path for yourself. We are now living in an information-rich world. There's actually lots of friends in the coaching space, in the freelancing space, in the self-help communities na nagke-create ng different learning materials, opportunities, programs, communities na equally as valuable in equipping different people of different ages, of different backgrounds. Nakakatuwa kapag sabi sa'kin ni Brian, he's a good friend. He actually owns Cloud Studio. So if you want services related to podcast and content creation and all that, like check it out, Cloud Studio. Sabi niya sa akin, oh, and he's also the like co-creator of Life Over Whiskey, which is a podcast and a TikTok channel. Anyway, sabi niya sa akin kahapon, kasi nandun siya sa block screening. Sabi niya, Coach, bakit nasa ano ka? Kahit saang community nandun ka. Parang ang quick na sagot ko lang sa kanya is ano, course hoarder kasi ako, parang ganun. Which is partly true, but I just find it so fascinating to see different ways na natututo at naggo-grow yung mga tao in different communities. Ta's 'di ba merong mga tao na nasa community sila, natututo sila kasi kino-consume nila yung lesson talaga. Yung tipong from lesson 1 hanggang lesson whatever talagang ano yan, kinonsume nila lahat, ginawa nila yung mga worksheet, yung mga workbook, yung mga assignment. That's their way of learning. And meron din naman mga, like onti lang yung iko-consume nila ta's a-apply na nila kaagad ta's kahit di pa nila alam yung whole thing, they learn it by practice, by doing it 'no. And then meron din namang mga tao na hindi nagko-consume ng lesson, nagtatanong lang sa mga community members tapos nabibigyan sila ng answer tapos yun na yung ginagamit nila and all that. So, natututo sila through the support and the example of other people and the answers to their questions. Like, alam mo yun, parang nung teacher ako, I thought na ang malaking part ng learning is within the four corners of a classroom. And I'm really honored to have had that opportunity to teach like younger generation in that setting. Um, pero like nung lumabas na rin ako from that profession and now I'm seeing, gosh, sobrang daming ways to learn. Sobrang sobrang ganda kung paano nag-e-evolve yung iba't ibang paraan para ma-equip tayo with different skills, different perspectives, different support systems ng mga tao sa paligid natin. Tapos matching that with evolving opportunities pa na pambihira, nung 20 years old ako, like ano, magkano lang ba yung puwede kong kitain with my sidelines, 'di ba? And now I'm seeing people, mga Gen Z na 20 years old, pambihira pumapalo ng 7 figures per month yung kinikita nila. As a sideline, okey, hindi full-time 8-hour job. It's an online freelancing gig, okey? So, it's a very different world than how I grew up in and how I perceive education, how I perceive learning and opportunities and all that. I can only imagine how much how much pa kaya yung puwedeng mapiga with how things are evolving right now. Both for us na nandito and we can grab those opportunities if only we know the options around it and we are willing to ask for help then. Kasi kung di pa natin alam, okey lang naman, eh. Lahat naman nag-i-start na di pa natin alam. But part of being educated right now is connecting yourself with the people na mas nauna sa'yo ng onte na malaman yung mga bagay na hindi mo pa alam. And if you're asking them, you're getting the kind of support to kickstart kung saan pa yung potential mo puwedeng mapunta, what you can explore, what you can maximize. Um, Natutuwa lang ako kasi there's so much na hindi pa natin nasusulit as of now. I'm saying this all about education, all about learning. Yung buhay ngayon is ano na, it's everything can be a learning moment. Everything can be a learning medium. Every person that you meet, you can extract something out of a conversation, out of an intentional interaction, out of you just being curious and asking questions. Um, so I guess this is just me sharing my raw thoughts on maybe something na hindi ko alam, baka nami-miss out mo pero hindi mo lang alam. If you're here and you have curiosities on how on exploring different skill sets, different types of learning, ano pa yung mga opportunities na puwede for you nowadays, look into your network. Look into the people in your network na pwede mo nang simulan pagtanungan. Kasi hindi natin masyadong maaasahan na magbabago yung educational system or at least agad-agad, okey? Kung magbabago man siya, it may be too late for you kasi mas mabagal yun mangyayari. However, a lot of people are rising up and are willing to show you different ways and different opportunities. And yun palang pwede mo ng i-maximize na na matuto from. Um, regardless kung ano yung tinake mo na course nung college, regardless nga kung nag-take ka ng course nung college, regardless kung nag-drop out ka nung course nung college, it's it's not as limiting anymore. And your course doesn't define you as much anymore. What matters is alam mo kung ano yung gusto mong buuin. You're getting the support that you need to actually build that, no? And you're intentional about it. Like even just the process, enjoyin mo siya. Um, yeah, I guess these are my raw thoughts all about education. Um, Di ko alam kung mag-share pa ako further o puputulin ko na ba dito. Let me think for a few seconds. Okay, probably last 5 minutes. Uh, yung main idea that I have right now, like for this last 5 minutes, is meron bang paraan para tayo as of now, especially the ones na nandun na sa stage na at least nauna mong na-discover kung ano man yung opportunity for you right now, nauna ka nag-develop ng skill, ng knowledge base, na gumagamit ng tools and resources. If ikaw naman yung nandun sa point na pwede ka na ring magturo sa iba, eh, I know it's not always easy. Like ako nga, like nasa classroom setting before, like hindi naman ganun karami yung students. Um, pero may mga times na nakakapagod pa rin siya. May mga times na mahirap pa rin kasi iba-iba yung magiging pacing ng mga estudyante. Merong mga mas mauuna talaga, merong mga mage-gets kaagad nila yung lesson, pinagplanuhan mo yung lesson plan, i-execute mo, and then sometimes kahit gusto mo lahat pumasa, hindi pa rin, eh. Like, for some reason, even when you already did your best, iba-iba pa rin ang pacing ng pagkatuto in a classroom setting. And I know how course creators, program creators, community builders, are building like yung courses, programs nila. Hindi pa rin naman lahat magiging sabay-sabay ng pacing. Kahit lahat gusto nilang matulungan, lahat gusto nilang umangat, lahat gusto nilang matuto at mag-thrive, hindi pa rin lahat magiging sabay-sabay, right? But if you are in that space na ikaw naman yung nagse-share ng opportunity, ikaw yung nagtuturo, I know it's not always gonna be easy. But I hope na regardless of whatever situation, whatever setbacks, whatever na nahihirapan ka kasi hindi mo pa ma-figure out, minsan it's a marketing problem, minsan it's not as profitable. So it's not as sustainable kung hindi siya profitable. Minsan, it's just the stress of you knowing the individual na na sitwasyon ng isang tao na student mo na hindi siya makasabay kasi like may iba pa siyang kailangang ayusin sa buhay and all that. Like, if you're creating for another person, if you are becoming a source of education in this day and age for other people, I just want to encourage you na alam ko hindi laging madali, pero what you're doing is worthwhile. And there is there is a reward for it in a sense of being a human being na nagko-contribute sa society. Like, hindi ko alam how I would phrase this whole thing. But whatever it is that you're giving to others, it will it will come back to you in another shape and form. And you'll get to appreciate life all the more because you actually planted those seeds. I know it's like philosophical, but there's a sense of fulfillment in giving to others. Pwedeng hindi agad lahat mag-thank you sa'yo. Pwedeng hindi lahat makita mo kaagad yung results. Pwedeng hindi lahat maging as successful as you are expecting them to be na parang within 90 days dapat papalo na kaagad yung results nila. But iba yung pakiramdam, eh. Gosh, kailangan kong pigilan umiyak. Yeah, pagpatuloy niyo lang because I don't want you to miss out on how one life can be changed kasi hindi ka sumuko na patuloy na magbigay ng value despite whatever setbacks and circumstances. There's a tremendous amount of joy when breakthrough happens in the life of a student you are teaching. And I don't want you to miss out on the joy of that celebration. So, yun lang. In yung last 5 minutes, I'm sure if you're in that place that you're now becoming a beacon of extra learning and education in a different shape and form outside of the traditional school system, pagpatuloy mo lang. And, okay, if I can help you out in any way, dun sa ginagawa mo ngayon with the people that you're teaching, PM mo ko. Because it's not just about programs and courses and communities and not just about specific visions na meron tayo. We're creating a better world. Na sinishare natin yung opportunity na naranasan natin, it's gonna be for our children. Well, wala pa akong anak, pero it will eventually reach that point. It's eventually gonna be for magiging apo ko, 'di ba? I mean, it's just gonna be for a better world that we're living in. Yun lang. So, Kage Thoughts episode 4, all about education. We're all in this together. So, yeah, collaborate, tulungan tayo. Let's see what happens. And yun, naisip ko lang 'to lahat just at this moment. And hooray to me kasi napigilan ko umiyak. Yeah, let's share the joy of this moving forward. Salamat everyone. Good night. Let's continue learning and make the most out of it together. Cheers.